Hello everyone and welcome to another video from me. Right now it's time for me to attach the disc brakes on the Toyota Corona project, which I am doing. So I decided to make this tutorial to show you how I make the Photo-Etch pieces more realistic. Very basic. I will show you the tools that are needed and then we can proceed to make the actual procedure. So what is exactly needed? Obviously the Photo-Etch parts right there. What's more, then I like to use some Peneline accent color from Tamiya, the black one. Doesn't need to be exactly that one, something which you can fill the gaps right away, so that when you are scratching, the part where the groove is seen will remain colored, and so it will get more realistic. Flat sanding stone, I prefer to use this one. As you can see, it's already used a couple of times. And the purpose of this is to attach the Photo-Etch disc brake onto its surface, attach it to the rotary tool and act as a perfect base for the sanding of the Photo-Etch part without risk of damaging the Photo-Etch part because of the flat surface. Alright, the important thing is that the sanding stone is always bigger than the Photo-Etch. You don't want the Photo-Etch part to come out of its edges, as that will damage the Photo-Etch part once we start with the sanding. So this is very important. The first thing, obviously, I've already mentioned it, a rotary tool. Very basic, the one I have, however, does the job perfectly. Right there. Then we also need the tape, double-sided tape, to attach the Photo-Etch to the sanding stone on the flat surface. I will be showing how exactly I attach the tape when I start working. This is a normal double-sided tape, nothing special, nothing fancy. The one that is used for papers, very thin, and that's the perfect type of tape which I have found. Why? Because it's very thin, so it will keep the Photo-Etch part very close to the hard part of the sanding stone, and that will mean that the Photo-Etch part will not get damaged. You may use this type of tape, alright? This has a lot of stronger bond, this type of double-sided tape, the foam one, as you can see. However, it has a certain amount of thickness, as you can see, there you go, and that amount of thickness will mean that the Photo-Etch part will not be as close to the surface of the stone as possible. What I mean is that it will have a soft edge to the sanding stone. And what does it mean? It means that once you start sanding and pressing the sandpaper into the Photo-Etch, the foam of the tape will push down on, because it is soft. And what are you risking? You are risking that the edge of the Photo-Etch gets stuck to the sandpaper and it will fly away across the room. So that is not something that is recommended. Also, I already have shown the sandpaper which I use. I like to use this one, which at 180 grit sandpaper. This one is made by Firescale. However, there are lots of alternative if you want. As you can see, it has quite a grainy surface. You can hear that, and that type of grainy surface will cause the necessary scratches which I'm after. And also, finally, I like to use a file like this one, which has a round surface, a wide round surface. Why is this needed? I like to use this sanding file after the sandpaper to create a little bit deeper scratches. So we are ready to start the process, and what I have done is I have removed the sanding block from the shaft. The shaft is already attached to the rotary tool. Here are the screws, and the reason for that is that to attach the double-sided tape, it's easier when the sanding block is outside. Thanks to this procedure, now I have a full piece of double-sided tape attached to the sanding block. Take the Photo-Etch part and attach it right there on the double-sided tape. Very good. Wear the safety glasses, very important at this stage, and start sanding. So, a brand new piece of sanding paper, the one I have shown. Okay, and we are ready to start sanding the piece. It's very important that you don't make a lot of pressure to the Photo-Etch part, because you will risk that the sandpaper will get stuck to the edge of the Photo-Etch part, and that will make the Photo-Etch part fly to the other part of the room, and it may also hit you in the face or anything, and also hurt you apart from completely damaging the Photo-Etch part. I'm sure that's not something that you want, so keep the pressure gentle and let the sandpaper do its work. Regarding speed, right now the speed setting is on 3. This rotary tool has a maximum speed of 7. Right here you are not looking for 10,000 or 20,000 RPM, we are not racing, it's just you just need that amount of speed to keep it rotating while not jamming the rotary tool while we make the pressure. Let's start. That's my speed, my ideal speed, and I will just start touching the Photo-Etch part slowly. As you can see, the surface is already getting scratched. The sandpaper will start to deteriorate, so I'll take another edge and make some sanding once again. Now, let's check the surface, and as you can see, it has already turned into a shinier surface with some little scratches, as you can see, visible over here, with some round, there you go, okay, round scratches all around. Now, for a new street car, these type of scratches might be enough. They might be realistic enough even when looked through the wheels, so at this stage you might even stop here. However, speaking of myself, these Photo-Etch belong to a race car, so I need that little bit more realistic scratches, and that is where I turn to the sanding file. Let's begin. Once again, turning, I take the file, and start touching the surface. Slightly, not a lot of pressure, while as you can see, I am also turning it a little bit left and right to achieve the necessary scratches. There we go. And as you can see, the file has caused those deeper scratches right here, the ones you can see, those deeper, much deeper scratches, very visible in a perfectly round form, and makes it much more realistic. Alright, so the scratches are very visible right now since they are deeper. The important thing is that you don't press the file too much, or else it will cause the Photo-Etch part to warp and also bulk from the middle, and it will not remain as flat as it is right now. Now it's time to add the penny line color, and you might say, why am I adding it now? The reason is that when I am scratching, the grooves, they fill with dust and particles of the metal itself, so I prefer to get my scratches done, clean it with a brush to clean those grooves right there, get some panel line into those grooves, couple of minutes later, and the paint has dried. As you can see, final touch to that Photo-Etch piece. I'll take the same sandpaper and just very slightly touch with the Photo-Etch part once again to remove all the extra paint. Switch it off, and there we have it. The grooves are filled, the scratches are very visible. There we go. Round the scratches, the grooves are filled with paint. The finished result, as you can see, those scratches makes it a lot more realistic. So now it is finished. We are happy with the result that was achieved. It's time to remove it from the sanding block, and the best way is to insert a blade beneath the Photo-Etch part and move it slowly, bit by bit, until all of it is taken out. Okay, there we go. And we take it all off without damaging the Photo-Etch part. The reason I'm telling this is because where there are the grooves, the Photo-Etch part is very fragile. So if you try to remove it with your finger or with the tweezers from one side, once you start pulling it up from where the grooves are present, the Photo-Etch part will start immediately bending. So that is the best way of taking it out all together, and then it flips out of the sanding block automatically. As you can see, the tape has all been burned out. However, it has held the Photo-Etch part quite great in place. The next step is to remove all the double-sided tape, make some new double-sided tape, and repeat the process for the other disc brakes. And finally, here they are, fully finished, fully assembled. As you can see, the round scratch marks makes the Photo-Etch part really stand out. There you go, you can see the scratches, the round scratches over here that were caused. In reality they are much more realistic than what I can capture with my camera. These are the fronts. Let's have a look at the rears also. Let me get the focus right, and there you can see also the scratches, the round scratches that were caused. Have a look here. Okay, there you go, that were caused around the surface. That's all from me. I really hope you find this tutorial helpful. It's easy to do and will make the brakes stand out much more realistic with those scratches included, just like the real deal. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video.